Yo, it's your boy, Sir DQ, the host of another episode of You Already Know We Here showing love on Young Old Head. So, of course, it's me, the gang in here, homie J-Rock, and of course the lovely ladies, Pop Tart and Nikita in here from Lemon Tart Studios. Whole lot of gang stuff going on right now. So, first and foremost, of course, we're going to talk about is the music. And this week, May 20th through the 26th, you should say, it wasn't a disappointment. It was good music. A lot of good music. Not too much compared to the oversaturation of last week's. It was a million records, but just like the week before. But this week, the topic we're going to go basically into is about, watching people in your circle and support. You gotta watch out for who's really saying that they're for you, who's there supporting you, who care for you. And before we get into that, we're going to go into, of course, the first singles of the week that were nice. Out of nowhere, P&B Rock. Your boy comes out of nowhere with a few singles. Thought I Was in Love. He had another track called It's Over. I don't really listen to P&B Rock. And he surprised me. Thought another track was sliding. P&B Rock, you know what I mean? He holds it down for the thug-loving, singing-ass niggas. And we love the thug-loving, singing-ass niggas out here in the industry. You know what I mean? They that's our soft side. You know what I mean? And we got to express our softer side, gentlemen, to really be in touch with our true hard side. I don't know. But I fuck with it. And like I said, even talking about being on our softer side, we got another track that's great. Dave East and Vado, Booed Up Remix. These niggas are hilarious. Like, Vado hops on the track immediately singing. Like, he's like, feelings. Off rip, I was like, nah, this can't be real. This can't be these guys serious. But then, of course, when it comes to Dave East and Vado, you're always gonna get bars and real lyrics. Another track with Dave East that comes out, and it's a classic. Snoop Dogg and Dave East, Crippin' for Life. Heat. I fuck with Crips. I got a lot of family as Crips, so that's something that I always rock with. But this is a major track. Two Crips, old generation, young generation, linking up together and making something like this happen was dope. I can't even go into those singles before I get into the albums. We're going to leave those singles alone for the next. But Wale drops a freestyle over the Cardi B Bickin' Head. And, people, give Wale his credit. He's a great artist and lyricist. Like I said while doing this show, we need to separate the personality and the personal feelings and reasons why people music and listening to their music and their art and respecting them for their art. Their life choices and their musical production should be separate. You can make great music and be a druggie. You guys love half of them. And Wale's not even that. Y'all hate him just because he speaks how he feels. And I feel like that shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that. Stop hating on Wale. He snapped on the Bickham head and freestyle once again. YG, 2 Chainz, Big Sean, Nicki Minaj, all on one track, Big Bank. It's going to be a hot track. You'll hear it in the clubs eventually. It's always going to be something good when you got Big Sean and 2 Chainz together. It's going to be a funny track of always. Of course, if you love the Afro beats, if you love the up north music, of course, A Boogie and Davido. Shout out to Davido, man. Me and Dude went to college together. That's the homie. It's crazy. Music can have so much opportunities for you. A Boogie and him did a nice dope track called Way Too Fly. Definitely go listen to that. Zoe Dollars and Moneybagg Yo. I don't know if they've done this track before, but this is a collab that should keep going. They did the Moonwalks track. Very dope. G Herbo. He's somewhat of a trendsetter, guys. He does his stuff his way, and a lot of people jump on it. He got a track called Focus he dropped out, it's dope. Denzel Curry got a track called Perks that's out, that's dope. And he just, basically he's talking about how he's not on perks. He doesn't need perks to be a better person in the music, and it's true. Please, people, stop relying on drugs to become creative. That's not what you need. That's not what you need. I'm not gonna say I judge you because I do what I do, but that's not what you need. And Quentin Miller drops off a track called Long Time, and he kind of gets in his feelings about being used as a pawn, and everybody just brings his name up in bars as he's just like not even human. Like, come on, man. Like, I have feelings too about this whole beef. They don't care, bro. These industry people don't care, and half the fans don't care. So I'm sorry, Quentin Miller. I like it. I respect you, but who am I? Who are you? That's how they look at us, man. But it's the music. You did a good job. And Sony Digital dropped a track with Currency, surprising me. It's called Dope. Not surprising, but it was good. It was dope. It was dope. For the albums that came out, Zaytoven, Trap Holiday, ASAP Rocky Testin', Pusha T, Daytona, and Hit Boy Tony Fantana. Let's get into the first project, Zaytoven. It was alright. It was okay. I figured it could have had a little bit more Gucci probably on there. It probably would have helped it out. But I like the fact that he did reach out to a lot of younger crowd. And he had a lot of younger people on there. Migos, Uzi's verse. Lil Uzi track was probably my favorite track on there. Only 12 tracks, something simple. And the thing about that, usually when these DJs and producers make music and make songs and projects like that, it's half the time. It's never them. Zaytoven obviously is a producer, so he's gonna be all over the beats. But and DJ Khaled and all these other DJ Drama, they be acting like they really helped create this music process. You done call a few homeboys and force them to be in the studio. But as producers to come and do this, as you be able to say that you feel like you made a beat and be able to accomplish who you want on it. Shout out to Zay. I felt like the project could have been better, but it was smooth. ASAP Rocky's album, for what it is, J-Rock's over here doing thumbs down. For what it was good. It's gonna touch the different crowds. It's gonna be on, it's gonna reach the different demographics, and that's what you want to do with your music. That's what Rocky definitely wants to do with his music, and he's doing that. It's not very hip hop, not very rap, but it's alright. It's alright. The track, I think the track is called Shine. The track with him and Skepta. That's probably one of the hardest tracks on there. Everything else is just it's very loopy, very different music on there. But it'll attract different crowds. Hit Boy drops off something. Please stop sleeping on the boy Hit Boy. He always gonna drop off some fire for you. Stop acting like y'all don't know who he is. He helped Kanye and Jay-Z make Niggas in Paris, and helped them a lot on Watch the Throne, and a lot of people else in that career. Him and Quentin Miller linked up and do a lot of stuff. Him and Dom Kennedy do a lot of music. So for him to put out a project of his own, it was tight. It was good. It was solid. One of the tracks on there called Room is one of my favorites. Hit Boy, keep doing your thing, my guy. Audio Push dropped the project out. I didn't get too much to really listen to that. And G-Eazy as well. They dropped the little EPs out. I'll give those some time. We'll talk about those on episodes to come. But one of the most interesting albums out that came out was Pusha T, Daytona. Only 7 tracks. My favorite track on here was the Comeback Baby, and the partnership and What Would Meek Do with him and Kanye. Only 2 features, Ross and Kanye. Solid. And only 7 tracks. Anytime Pusha puts out music, I'm never really disappointed. So I'm not surprised by that. What I was surprised by was the 7th track, Infrared. And he took some shots at Drake. I didn't see that coming. Even though they've been having beef for a minute. If you don't know, if we can talk about music here, since 2011, Drake, Pusha, Lil Wayne, Pharrell, the clips have all been having beef. That's why the track Mr. Me Too even came out. that was a track, basically them and Pharrell talking about how Lil Wayne was kind of jocking their whole Bape style. You know, Bape came popping with Pharrell. So, you know, if he's got clips under him, he gonna bless them with whatever. So they all had the gear. And then Wayne did a music cover on Double XL, I believe it was, maybe one of these magazines. And he decided to have an old Bape outfit on. And, you know, they kind of like, oh, you want to be like us, Mr. Me Too. And Wayne was just like, fuck clips. So that didn't really go too far with that response from Wayne, but they've been going back and forth. Wayne just then dropped tracks. You know, you remember the track that Wayne had, Fuck Pusha T. And Pusha T's whole point is about, at Drake is saying, Drake, you gotta watch these people that are around you. You know, he dropped the Exodus track. These niggas ain't down for you. You know what I mean? That you can't say people are really there and they're down for you, and they split in your pockets 4 or 5 ways before you even touch your own hard work done for money. That's crazy. So when Pusha's making all these different shots and tracks on the Infrared track, it's basically he's taking a shot. That's why it's called Infrared. You know what I mean? You didn't really see it coming, but you knew he was talking about Drake because he mentioned the Quentin Miller situation. And sad to say, you know, I don't think Drake's gonna be able to sustain a battle with Pusha T if it had to come down to bar for bar. You know what I mean? Drake and Pusha T, I don't know. I don't see it becoming too crazy. But Pusha T snapped. He did his thing once again. He took some shots, man. I don't know why people hate on Pusha so much, man. He's been solid ever since the Clips days. Please stop forgetting about him. But I love it. The tracks are out. The tracks are awesome. The beats are awesome, and that's why I would want to get into my topic about support. You gotta watch who's in your crowd. You gotta watch who's in your circle. You know, it's people in your circle that you may think are really there for you, that are the main reason why you can't get to the next level sometimes. There's people in your circle that say they care, and they're only caring until there's no longer a benefit for them. You know what I mean? And it's hard to pick up some of these things. I've had to go through too many situations, numerous ways, and lessons learned. But they were learned lessons, and I'm glad for them. But you gotta watch people in your circle. That's whole Pusha's aspect at this whole thing. You can't say that Lil Wayne and Cash Money are there for you when before you touch your hit single money and everything that you get, they gotta split it before a label for them. Then Cash Money gotta touch it. Then Young Money gotta touch it. Then you touch your money. Them niggas ain't down for you, bro. That's basically his whole point. And you got people like that'll do things. I'm so appreciative of the people that I have around me, like my homie J-Rock, Nikita, Pop Tart, that are doing something I came up with an idea like this show. They do visual. My homie does sound. And, you know, and I got the gift of gab. And I really love music. And I felt this is something that I needed to talk about. And I said, let's do this all together. And this is always going to benefit all of them. It goes full circle. So just pay attention to who's your circle, how you can make things go full circle and benefit full circle. You know what I mean? You know, stop being selfish out here, people. Reach out to those, you know what I mean? You might get burned sometime, but it'll be a lesson learned. You'll know who to help and who not to help. But watch who's in your circle. Support those that are around you. You know what I mean? Support who supports you. Especially black-owned businesses. All right? Like I said, I'm your boy, Sir DQ. This is Young Old Head. We're bridging that gap. Like I said, we're going to have some guests on here eventually soon. Y'all going to like when we bring the guests on. J-Rock, Nikita, Pop Tart, and I.